Jumbo Q, unfortunately. Maybe with West 3D. Work something out. Tex Pepper is red. What's your logo? Tex Pepper is like green. I don't know. Hello? Audio? Oh, did my headset die? Audio? Hello? I can't hear unless the audio just Huh. Can you hear the music? Yes? Okay, whatever. We'll carry on. Not too much longer tonight anyway. Alright, good engagement. So that was Marbles on Stream for all of you who have never played Marbles. It's a fun way to stream Marbles. Look at this! We have a printer. Has anyone in chat built this printer with panels? Let me know. I have one question. Serious quantity hot sauce. This is a absolutely absurd amount of hot sauce that I don't even know where to begin to do with it. Like, I'm gonna use it to fertilize my garden. Oh my god. I don't know. Nice workout. Yeah. Slifting sauce. 12 standard bottles. Nice. Nice. That was Tracy V, right? Who won? Chip snacking while curling, yeah. Hot sauce barrel. Major Gamer Geek! Welcome on in. 16 months of subscribing. That is a crazy long time. Thank you so much. Welcome on in. So if anyone's just tuning in, you missed this. This is my secret project. It was you. Okay, good. Can you message me as well, just to keep track? Tell me that you won some hot sauce, all the hot sauce. Jesus Christ. Fridge water dispenser. Oh my god, that would actually be amazing, like a little hot sauce dispenser. Yeah. That was fun. Let me assemble my secret project. Put this back on. So this is obviously a work in progress, but I am making a little Lego minifig. Oh, I never even finished the story. Cool. So this is a Lego minifig mount. What do you call this thing? Ferris wheel. And I'm working on, you know, they spin pretty good. I'm sure once this whole thing is kind of evened out, it'll rotate pretty good. Whoops. Let me put it up here. Oh, there we go. So it works pretty good. Oh, they're also backwards. That's okay. There we go. Pretty cool, huh? I was testing it out to make sure that at the top positions, they don't touch. And I'm gonna have to make sure that they don't. So it seems like it'll be fine. But this is about as big of a circle that I can print on a bamboo. And at this point, I'd like to keep most of my projects bamboo sized so I can share them. So I'll be sharing this as soon as it's done on Maker World. Probably Thangs as well, but probably Maker World. And that'll be coming out later, like a month from now, because I have to build the thing. And I'll be powering it. I'm gonna try out the bamboo motors for this one. I showed these off last stream, but this is my configuration right now. I have the 25 RPM side motor. Okay. I have I don't think I'm gonna need it, but I have a little what do you call this thing? Potentiometer and a switch. So the potentiometer controls the speed of the motor. I think it'll probably be fine at the highest speed, but just in case. And then a switch to turn it off and on. The whole thing is powered with USB. And the way that I'm planning on spinning it, a little example down here. I use my K2 clip spool holder. So this is kind of what it's going to look like, because, you know, this looks almost like the same thing. I'm going to mount the motor on one of these arms going down in the middle, and it's going to, the edge of this is going to be a little gear. So this will spin, and it'll spin the outside ring. In that case, it'll be, you know, one of these things right here. So it'll spin that. I'm gonna make it an actual like gear. So the whole thing's gonna be a huge gear. So I'm hoping that there'll be enough torque to spin it, which it should be, because it'll have ball bearing, you know, actual skateboard bearings in the middle here. So it should spin nice and smooth. So just a little motor will hopefully spin the whole thing. And these are silent. You can probably run it like via, like with a battery bank all day almost. That's the idea. We'll see how well it works in practice. And my goal is to bring that to Murph. Because, you know, all the best projects start last minute. This printer, though, I am taking with me to the Long Island Maker Faire. So a few more things to add on. I could probably add some of the skirts right now. So let's do that. Just so we have some skirts on. And then I think the final touches, oops, gotta be careful with that. The final touches will include, actually I got tilt on this side. Oh, the front came off. It's okay. It's not attached yet. What was I saying? Oh, I gotta print the top and bottom panels. I will actually, you know, I'll put the panels on. I'll do it. Just because there are literal mains voltages right here, and I don't want anyone accidentally touching it. And it's easier to transport if there's an actual bottom on it. So let's get some of these skirts on. Looks like these take... Oh, did I print all the skirts I need? I might be missing one. That's okay. I'll leave one off if that's the case. They're over here. It's really useful to put all your parts as you're working on it in Polymaker bags. Super useful. Is anyone here going to Long Island Maker Faire? Or, better question, would you consider it? Because I'd love to see you. And currently, I am not in talks with anyone about giving away printers. So I have a handful of printers, like a bunch of parts that I'd love to give away over there. So if you're interested in collecting some of my bits of parts of printers, I'd like to give a couple of them away at there. So let me know. It won't be at the table. Well, maybe I'll have one like at the table, like underneath, but I'm gonna try to just kind of give some to people who claim them. So let me know. We're not gonna be advertising it elsewhere. Let me know if you're going and would be willing to take some random printer parts from me for free. Just need to get rid of them. All right. So I need some screws. I don't have these organized yet. These roll-ins. You'll be there. Okay. Message me on Discord, please, and I will. We'll have a discussion on kind of, you know, I'll give you some options. They got way too much crap. All right, let's see. I think this will work. Nice. But it'll be exciting to see people there. And if anyone wants to volunteer to work at my booth, probably should have done that ahead of time, but if anyone wants to kind of stay at the booth for, you know, like a session. Poor 2.4. Oh no, I know. The story behind the 2.4 is that was my first Voron. It was a collaboration between me, West 3D, LDO, and Bob from California. So it's not a kit, and it's a really, really beefy 2.4. It has superpower motors for the Z and the XY all around. And I'm looking at upgrading it. So I'm looking at getting a Big Tree Tech, or not Big Tree Tech, Chaotic Lab lightweight gantry kit for it. And I'm trying to make it like a fun little printer. If not, I'll just switch to Dragon Burner. I think right now I'm going to try the Nighthawk board on it. The Big Tree Tech Nighthawk Stealth Burner, while I still have a Stealth Burner printer. And we'll go from there. So that'll be a future project. I do have to do some maintenance on my Trident, and I'll do some upgrades at the same time. I'd like to get that done sooner than later, but for now, it's fine as is. All my printers need some form of maintenance and some form of planned upgrades. But the next build that I'm doing later this month, I'll probably start it this week just for time constraints. I was going to start it today, but I wanted to get this a little bit more complete. But I am building a Rook 2020 Mark II, and that will be coming with me to Murph. That'll be my Murph printer. Kind of as a... I brought one last year, and I wanted to bring the latest and greatest this year, just for fun. And it's a little bit smaller than the tool changer, so it'll be much easier to ship. It was quite the challenge to bring the tool changer with me, and that's not something that I'd be looking forward to do again. At East Coast Rep Rap Festival, though, that will have the full, completed cell changer when the new version drops. So I'm super, super excited about that. Building a 2020 as well. Nice. Are you still working on Fenrir? Is that still going to be a thing? I think it could be still a fun printer. I think it's a cool concept. I still haven't seen a completely printed chassis printer. Like, you know, the Rooks exist, but I'm kind of interested in seeing your version of it. The tube pushes out some serious plastic. Yeah, no kidding, right? I don't have one set up yet, but man, I want to. You are? Cool, cool. And this not go in. Ooh, did I use the wrong size? What? Use the wrong size? I did. I grabbed the wrong size. These are M5s. How did I get M5s? Oh, I just grabbed from the pile down here. That's funny. Hey, sup, King. How does a Delta work with Clipper? There is a Delta configuration, and in a normal printer, you have your X and Y motor. On a Delta, you have your A, B, and C motors. Pretty interesting. Berserker fans cause it to temp fail. What does that mean, temp fail? But that is on my list as well. Why is some screw storage unit? Did I do it again? Okay, those need to go there. I know. I have my tray right there that I could be using. Oh, man. Crazy, crazy. The Trident Maximus will probably be... I'm a little bit conflicted. I don't know. I have it in my head, for some reason, that NEMA 23s are slower on their top speed than NEMA 17s. And I have no real evidence of that at the moment. But that is kind of what I've looked up, and no one really uses NEMA 23s. So it's hard to find info on them and, like, you know, how to spec them and which ones to get. And, you know, what to do. So I'm very, very curious on if I should be using NEMA 23s or if I should be using just regular 17s. Maybe I'll start with 23s just to try them out. Like, I don't know the answer. I guess I'll have to figure it out for myself. But on that build, I want to put probably the tube, beacon, and then CPAP. Probably. I don't know which, I'll do the Big Tree Tech CPAP on there. I have another CPAP kit that I was going to use for Abionic, for the magnetic IDEX, which I still plan on doing. I want to do the magnetic IDEX again with... Here's the thing, and let me know how you feel about this. Most of the printers that I'm building or want to build are in beta. And what that means is they're never quite finished. And every time that I want to build one of these printers, there's always oh, wait for this next update, wait for this next update. And I've done that so many times. This printer, I just decided to build. I know it wasn't quite done, but I wanted to get it built. Honestly, I want to be one of the first people to have it, because I thought it was fun. Once I get these panels on, we'll serialize it. But yeah, that was the whole point of it. Ask LDO. It doesn't seem like Jason knows a lot about the motors specifically, because I don't think he just plays around with NEMA 23s, which is completely fair. They have much more moving mass. You'll have to push more amps to be able to move as fast. Well, they'll be running at probably like 6, I don't know how many amps, but like 6 amps, like many amps. Same RPM, but because they're heavier mass, 23s are slower to accelerate. Yeah, that makes sense. Hey, Timur, fresh memory. The printer that I built with SciPack was the Twisted T, which is a 150 Trident, Tiny T, based off of. I did ask in the keyboard community, and I didn't get a good answer. Actually, I was originally asking about servos. Maybe I can revisit the keyboard community. But they're using all-wheel drive. I won't be. All-wheel drive is a completely different monster. Your motors are spec'd completely differently. Essentially, your torque ratings are halved. Not quite, but there's a lot of consideration that I don't know. Even NEMA 23 or 17s, you know, they're kind of hard to spec if you think about it. Like, do you know personally if a 0.9 degree is better than a 0.8 or 1.8? I mean, the general consensus is it's better for quality, but not for speed. But still, it's like, I don't personally, I don't know. And that's why I want to set up my test bench really bad. So I can test these things firsthand. And I don't know about you guys, but I tend to learn better when I get my own first-hand experience right? When I get to try something out, it kind of makes sense. All right, Maka, have a good night. We're gonna go for another few minutes here, trying to get these skirts on at least, so I have some progress done. Yeah, I like to see stuff. I like to, you know, visualize stuff in person. 0.9 can't reach as high speeds, right? But here's the better question for you. Does a 0.9 degree motor at 48 volts outperform a 1.8 at 24 volts in terms of quality? And also, another reason why I'm kind of on the fence for all of this is resonances. That's a huge deal. Think about it. Have you ever printed and then your motor just makes this crazy vibration noise? Yeah, just ignore it. Sorry. Yeah, that's because some motors resonate like crazy at certain frequencies. The drivers have much say in it? Well, actually, kind of. If your motor is heat limited, you might lose steps. Like, you're not going to get the full power out of it. Fun fact, I did some very basic testing, so this isn't anything to document, but I was playing around with my Rook 2020. I decided for fun that I would put in some 5160 drivers without changing anything. At the same ratings, everything, I was able to get a faster max speed on the Rook just by swapping to 5160 drivers. Just the driver itself, because there was more headroom. So it turns out I was probably limited. The only issue with 5160 drivers is sensorless homing is kind of a joke. Like, it sort of works, but it's not something I would be reliant on. So if you get 5160 drivers, try not to expect to use sensorless homing, or else you'll spend many hours crying. And I am missing 2. Hold on, 2? I'm missing a few of these. I'll have to print the rest. That's okay. Get the majority of them on. In fact, I want to make sure I have enough for the top here. So that's the front. Let's see what I can do here. These are both the front section. Right, that's fine. Another question for you guys, because I'm trying to plan some stuff out. Oh, SPI connected drivers? Gotcha. Yeah, it's the SPI. That seems to be the issue. All right. I have a lot of printers that I need to build. Some of them experimental, like the Trident Maximus. How much printer building... how do I ask this question? Let's say I want to build a printer. I get in a brand new kit. Like, let's say I get another V0. Do you guys want to see me build it on stream? Or do you really care... Ooh, how do I get this wiring? I guess it doesn't matter right now. Do you care if the majority of the build is done off stream with kind of updates on stream? Or even completely done off stream so I can take some B-roll as I build it? Oops. Oh yeah, this is the front here. These two. Perfect. Enjoy seeing the whole thing. Bamboo makes a sling now. Sounds like mechanical. What happened? What's the noise like? Yeah, check your belts. Go through the belt tightening, and rerun your resonance testing, just to be safe. It shouldn't matter, but make sure all of your rods are cleaned. Side pack with you on stream? What do you mean, turtle? You have two turtles. You have, what's the other turtle? The turtle that makes cars. And your turtle that makes printers. Give an idea of things to look out for. The manual might not touch on. So I agree with all of that. So what if we compromised? Mammalium, welcome in. Yeah, ask questions. That's what we're here for. The one issue with all of that is, if I'm trying to build a printer only on stream, oh my god, it takes so long. Oh, look, I'm spending a stream just putting on skirts and panels. It takes so long to build a printer. What I think is a fair compromise is anything kind of tedious, repetitive, stuff that can easily be explained, I would do that off stream. Like, for example, installing these skirts. There's almost no point in me doing this on stream. Because I can say, I installed the skirts. You just screw them in, right? Of course, you get the idea of like, okay, you gotta do this, and like actually explaining how to screw stuff in. But right now I'm just talking. You're not even looking at what I'm doing. So I could just be doing this off stream. But when it comes to kind of weird printers, like getting together the Dragon Burner stuff, I did that off stream because I was testing. You know, I'm not gonna show off stuff that I don't know anything about. Content if it takes long. Content. My plan would be to, well, do one of two styles of builds. One is where I do the majority on stream, and the second is kind of like a completely off stream build where I capture B-roll as I'm building it. So, you know, kind of like, all right, every half an hour, I'll kind of like stop, record a small section of me screwing something in or putting something in, etc., etc. And I can do a quick kind of time lapse of the printer build. That's an idea. I don't know how well that would perform versus a regular stream, but I think that could be interesting. I'm just trying to figure out what people actually want to watch. Like, what's the point of me making a video about a printer build if people just want to see the live streams instead? Extruder base plate is slightly higher. Oh, this is on the stealth changer. So like this dock right here, is that what you're saying? That's on. Can I put anything else on? Let's see, I'd like to put one here if I can. Just for now, I gotta finish printing these. Ooh, I gotta find out what I did for settings on these. I don't remember. Should be too difficult. And the Dragon Runner tool head. Oh, all right. Yeah, you're right. So this is called the extended mount, and the only reason for that is because of the fact that I need the what do you call it? The tap sensor and the PCB. So with extruders like, let's see, Orbiter, I guess this one right here, extruders where the motor is really low, it'll actually interfere with the tool head mounting. That can be solved by creating another mount for it. That's something that I'll probably do for the next version, but the simple thing to do to get the stock Dragon Burner PCB mounts, you do need the extended mount, and it's kind of unfortunate, but that's just the current ecosystem. But yeah, it's a clearance issue, and it's so it can line up with the PCB mount for the tool head board. I might try to mount the spool holder too. We'll see how all that works. Oops. And I should also mount the pie on a little bit better than how I'm mounting it currently. The whole top here is quite a mess. It's a big mess. I guess I don't even have it mounted. But I do plan, like I said previously, I do plan on continuing that build once there is, oh, I do have one already. Once there's a few more things kind of cleaned up. One is like my knowledge of the Z calibration. I'd love if it was purely automatic, the Z offsets. It's such a pain to do manually that I'd rather wait for someone to just make a quick macro to do it. Also the ooze, the nozzle ooze, I think that'll be significantly improved with some type of code. Like a different way of resuming the print. Because right now the stock software is not that good when it comes to resuming a print, or resuming the after switching toolhead docks or toolheads. It's kind of a pain. So there's all these little things that's kind of, I just want the developers to take a little bit more time and really flesh things out. And there's the whole version 2 thing that's going around, you know. There's another version of the same toolhead and some other stuff behind the scenes that I can't even talk about, unfortunately. So if you're interested, stay tuned for updates on the Dragshift Design Discord. That'll be the best place to ask questions and, you know, just talk about the Cell Changer project. Using screws that aren't quite the right size. All right, good night, Pete. Pride Parade comes early. Nice. Oh yeah, I think there was one today. But you see what I printed? Look at this butterfly. Very, very, I'd say seasonally appropriate, but I found that at a really good time. Double-sided. Crazy awesome print on Maker World. I don't even know how I found it, to be honest. But so many amazing colors, and the fact that it's a flat face print means that, you know, it shows up both sides. Yeah, it is so beautiful. Like, this is art. Seriously, this is art. I think it might be. I have not seen anything about Lift Bar, and yes, that is the one. Yep, that's the link. I use 2 AMS units to make it simple. There's a pony. Ha, nice. Yeah, I've already voted for that. That's a good one. Alright. Yeah, and again, if you have any more questions, feel free to message me on, like, in my Discord server. You can DM me, but it's, I get so many DMs that they get lost sometimes. So just have a conversation on my Discord, the Hedgehog Makes server. That'll be your best chance of getting a hold of me and get the participation of others, not just me. I have been crazy busy with random stuff recently, much more than I'd like to. The point where I can't even build printers on the stream. I don't have the time. 0% off bamboo, good deal. I know! I worked so hard to get that discount. It was insane. I had to jump through so many hoops. So use it. Use it before it's gone. Yeah, and the Bamboo Lab sale. So I stole an AMS. I bought one printer, I think it was a P1S, and I had 3 AMSs on this printer, and while it's great to have, it's completely unnecessary for the stuff I print, right? Like, I had to really, really search hard to find an 8-color print. Well, this one kind of fouled me. That's alright, don't worry. Your next, trust me, your first bamboo is not your last. Better than plus 10%, that's true. So yeah, if the opportunity comes up, I'm not sure if I would get another AMS, but it would certainly make printing 12 colors possible and more easy. But there's not many prints that I'd want to print that many colors. Like, that's a lot. Seriously. And looks like we are not done. First bamboo, not your last. You're up to 3. Yeah, they multiply. And they haven't even released their secret weapon yet, which I'm guessing is a tool changer. A long print in 12 colors. Like, it wouldn't be like a huge painted one, like every layer 12 colors. What it would be cool for is, let's say you had a really tall print, just guessing here, and at the bottom, you know, there is like these colors, in the middle there is these colors, at the top there's these colors. So maybe every layer there's like 2 to 3 colors. But the difference is like many colors. But yeah, it's a lot of waste too. You built 8-track, you only did one 8-color print, right? It's probably a calibration print. Hey, print this butterfly if it works. I'd love to see you try it. Turtle, armored turtle. Before I go crazy with this, and by the way, oh my god, this looks good. Yeah, this looks great. I love it. Before I go too much further, what should my new build size be with the panels? Because I can't get the full build volume anymore, right? Yeah. Yeah, it only goes to like here. So what should my new, if you even enclose yours, what should my new build volume be for this printer. If not, we can kind of just guess. I'm guessing like 140. That number sounds about right. I think it looks good. Oh, the spool holder too. Let's throw that on too. Kevin wants a 356 bamboo. I know that. Let's see if we can find some random PTFE. I've been using this orange stuff. I don't know why. It slightly collides. Yeah, I mean, have you actually printed it at 180? Because I could probably, I'm guessing 140 is correct. Because it clearly hits right here. Like, that's not even close to 180. But yeah, it's a good point. It's not quite, it's almost like the center needs to be moved. Because it can still go all the way to the, oh no, it can't. I'll just change it to like, actually I can measure, can't I? It's about right here. How far away is that? 12 channel ERCF, only did a handful of prints, one of 4 colors. Yeah, the majority of the AMS, 30, maybe 60, 180, minus 60 is 120. Ugh. Around 120. It can. Yeah, so you're kind of like, I should limit in the slicer, kind of, or be careful. I'll keep it as is for now, but like I can't run a bed mesh anymore. I got to change that, how it runs that. Yeah, the good thing is the convenience of just having filament loaded and being able to select a random color. That's what I like about the multicolor system. It's not actually about printing multicolor, it's about the convenience of being able to print them. How is the play in the parallel arms? It is not good. It's not powered up, but it is quite not stiff. I will tell you that. I can't put a value on it. I don't really know what to, you know, where to start with that, but not stiff is the correct answer. Hey, welcome in. How are you doing? All right, and I need some M5s. Those are around here. Go. I opened up the K1, failed the first print. Oh my god. Oh, poor K1C. I don't mean to put any kind of doubt in you, but you did see that I had to return mine for many issues beyond my control. That one's not long enough. Let's see if I can find some M5s real quick. Maybe over here. Go by 20. There we go. Have some PTSD. Has anyone ever been to Hershey Park? Oh wow, a long time ago. A long time ago. Man, that was awesome. I think it was. I was a kid. Made chocolate or something. The review units they sent out must have been amazing because the influence loved that machine. Yeah, no, not really much comment there, but I know multiple people who have gotten complete utter lemons, and the thing about the Creality K1, oh, it's upside down. The K1 line of printers is you can just look at the hardware, and you can kind of just see that it's not. Like, they've done stuff that's completely stupid, to put it lightly. And it's surprising that it even made it out of the design phase. So it's very, very value engineered. No, I don't remember the theme song. He would have to fail his first print too. Has it broke filament? Yeah, that happens occasionally. Actually, you know what? Knock on wood, but ever since I switched over to the Capricorn Bowden tube system, I haven't had a single issue inside of the tubes, so they do work. So get yourself the reverse Bowden tube kit from Capricorn if you have an AMS system. The light is not as necessary. I actually like the new tubes they're using for these, but that thing, it needs better tubes. That's why when you went the bamboo route, it costs more. There's no point having a cheaper printer if it doesn't work out of the box. Yeah, at this point, we're really spoiled, right? We're so extremely spoiled that most printers nowadays, not many printers nowadays just work out of the box. Like, you still have to do a little bit of this, a little bit of tightening of this, whereas bamboo quite literally just works most of the time. But I think that's definitely the fastest, or one of the fastest box to printing printers in terms of everything, including calibrations and stuff. So yes, if you're wondering, my experience with the bamboo printers has been extremely positive. Now I don't mess around with or even really truly care, the software side of the bamboo, that's a whole nother debate. And my perspective is it just kind of works for me, so it's fine. I don't run a business. It doesn't really make a ton of sense for me to do the stuff that other people do. So in that case, my bamboo works great. And most things that I print nowadays, I'd probably say 90% are done on a bamboo, just because they work so well whenever I need them to. And the coolest thing probably is when I'm designing something, which is, occasional. I'll occasionally design something. Move this back or forward a little. Having more than one of the same, not even like the same printer, but like the same exact printer is so useful. Having two bamboo X1 carbons, very useful. It's nice because I can send like the same project. I've been, printing these things right here. I know, sleepy bits, huh? We'll stop pretty soon. I just want to get this last thing mounted. I can send multiple prints. Is that gonna be a problem? Multiple prints to the different printers and have them be almost perfect. Almost like identical is really good. Isn't playing with Orca Slicer? Oh yeah, good luck. You need to use their slicer for the most part, which kind of sucks. I don't think I ever fixed the PTFE tube issue in this either. That's fine. I'll kind of just leave it here for today. Hey, well, there it is. The almost completed door on Velta. Ooh, I can put this one on here. I'll just put it there for now. Sure, why not? The almost completed door on Velta. So just a couple more little panels for it. I gotta sleeve the ugly cables. But it's like, it's a printer. It's a printer. Hashtag it's a printer. What do you guys think? Spool at the top, not ideal, but it does keep it nice and clean. And I'm not gonna be pushing 10 million accelerations on this thing. Yeah, there we go. It's a weird form factor. It's a printer. Yeah, I'm gonna head out too. It was a lot of fun hanging out with you guys today, and This is probably actually gonna be the last stream where I'm like working on this. Last stream was supposed to. One quick thing I wanted to mention, I'm getting a new phone, the S24 Ultra finally, and I printed a case. So this is done in, I think, Overture, high flow TPU, transparent or translucent red. So this is a test print that I did. And this was a flat case, but I did 0 bottom layers and 0.8 millimeter thick hexagon infill, and that's what the look was. I really like the case of my old phone though, and I kind of want to mimic it somehow, so I'll play around with that. There are models of this, so I just wanted something that I can just throw my phone in. And fun fact, this phone and this one are like the same size, so I can kind of test fit, right? Like, it's the same size phone. It's so strange. Actually, they'll be nice. These were hedgehogs. Yeah, that'd be kind of fun, designing your own phone case for something like that. But what I like is the grip. I don't know what it is, but the whole feel of the phone, the fact that I can kind of grab it like this, and these are kind of chamfered, so it has a nice smooth feel. It's really good, and I really like this, plus the sides being like that. It's perfect for me, and I really want to replicate it. And with the power of 3D printing, I can. Actually, probably pretty easily. Hey Karen, how's it going? You guys showed up for Karen Chow has just been starting streaming, and I think you have some battles with your audio and video, but I'd love to see what you're making, and it's always fun to hang out, so cheers. Any tips for TPU printing? Dry your filament. For best results, you can print pretty slow. Dry your filament. And hot is good when it comes to TPU. You want to print hot. Get to work. Hey, Solar. I'll message you so we can plan out some stuff for next week, but I'm kind of ready. I got most of my coasters printed. Oh, this thing finished too. But yeah, figure it out. Looking forward to it. Can't wait. That'll be a ton of fun. I really can't. And a couple of wrapping up things. Remember, I'm not endorsing this, but if you're interested, Bisect does have a door unbelted kit for very cheap. It's so cheap that only 28 left now. Wow. That I'm like tempted to build another, but just one is fine. One is fine. Old computer. Oh yeah. StreamYard. Ooh, StreamYard might actually help. You're right, it might help. It could help. It's just you know, we want the best for your streaming experience, and be good to get some better audio. In my opinion, the #1 thing about streaming is audio. It has to be, it doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to be consistent and, you know, what's the word for it? Clear? Yeah, clear. One tip, as I look for someone to read out to, one tip for streaming, if you're just getting started, anyone watching, watch back your old VOD. Listen to yourself stream. Like, watch it for half an hour or whatever. You'll get an idea of your music volume, your actual volume, the quality of your sound. You might not realize, but if you have a microphone like right here and you turn away, you're not gonna be able to hear, or the audience isn't gonna be able to hear you. So just remember that. Watch your own video. Very, very important. Oh, what's this? All right. Looks like we have a weird stream today to raid into. Yeah, StreamYard. So we can do, well, doesn't really help you, but you can stream your video in OBS, like this right here, into StreamYard. You just won't get the audio from it. But there's ways. But StreamYard is like, it's very recommended to just use because it just works. Anyway, we're reading into Sharp Balloons today. She's at a balloon fashion show? What? That's kind of crazy. So she's like live streaming from there. Looks pretty cool. Go say hello. Everyone else, thank you for staying around. The marbles game was kind of fun today. If there's anything that you'd like to see specifically from me in like the near future, projects that I should do, even smaller things, let me know. Send me a message. Say, hey, I'd love to see you, I don't know, show more design like this on stream, or work on, you know, showing how to like wire up a SKR board, etc. Otherwise, I'll see you all next week at the Long Island Maker Faire. We'll be streaming our typical time. Otherwise, have a good morning, have a good night, good morning, good evening, and goodbye. And thank you, Paul Maker.